governor, other representatives of the civil authorities, the political authorities, religious men and women, brothers in the priesthood, I nearly forgot you. And then, of course, the people of God, as we are all here present today, tumsifu Yesu Kristo. Mungu ni mwema. Kila wakati, Mungu ni mwema. Today is a great day as we celebrate this great gift of God and of the Church to us of a new bishop in the person of Henry Juma Udonya. Not only the last bishop and therefore a baby bishop, but also really a baby bishop, because he's still very young. I think he's the youngest bishop. I'm looking around. We all have gray hair except him. But don't worry, Henry, that comes very soon. But when you're young, you have energy. And we need energy in the church. We need energy of people who proclaim the faith. We need energy of the Spirit to move us. And you see, when I came in as a nuncio in 2019, I still remember that day very well. I came in the 4th of May, and I just came directly from Khartoum that day, because that's where I had served before 5 years. And I, frankly speaking, a bit like the president, I tried to sneak into Kenya. And then I came out of the airport, and there was the whole delegation of bishops already waiting for me, and the choir singing and dancing and swinging. And I said, what is happening, guys? What is happening? And it's only later on that I understood the Church of Kenya is like that. The Kenyans are like that. You are hospitable, you are warm, you're open, and you want to make people feel at home. Santeni sana for that, and keep up that virtue. As the Archbishop of Mombasa, the president of the Episcopal Conference, was saying, I'm also the nuncio to South Sudan. In fact, last week Saturday, actually, I was in Torit. Torit is just to the south of Juba. In fact, also there we were ordaining a bishop. And in fact, now the Bishops' Conference of South Sudan and Sudan, because these two from the church point of view, they are still together. There might come up a division later on, but not at this point. And I mentioned there that the chapter is closed, in a sense that all the missionary bishops have gone, all South Sudanese bishops have come in, sometimes also young bishops. In fact, the bishop that I ordained last week was 1 year older, I think, than you. He's 47, 48. Emmanuel Bernardino Lowy. And even here, we are closing a chapter because Bishop Crowley is the last missionary bishop of this conference. And we want to thank him for his service. You know, I'm Dutch, I'm from the Netherlands, and the Netherlands had many missionaries, Mill Hill missionaries, many, and many worked also here in this region. And for me as a young man, a boy also, you didn't really understand what these people were exactly doing, these priests and also the religious sisters that had come to places like Kenya and Malawi and Tanzania. And it's only when I came here that I started to understand the sacrifices these people brought for the missions. They really sacrificed their lives for the missions. And we need to appreciate it. And today, let us give once again an extra clap, Makofi, for Maurice Crowley. Last but not least, as I mentioned before, Kenya, I'm now here 4 years, beautiful country. Country to be proud of. If you read the newspapers, then you would say there's nothing going well in this country. And I'm sure that the president many times just doesn't read it because otherwise he would get depressed. But this is a country in the African continent which is on top. And it must be said over again that you Kenyans, you are able to organize your country. And keep on doing that. Keep on building up, as we said a bit in the sermon of today, in the homily, building up that kingdom of justice and peace. And peace can only come from justice. Once we are just to each other, once we are able to not only write laws, but also apply them, and that we are all equal under that law, then we will build up that beautiful country of ours. Then everybody will have the same opportunities, a bit as the Archbishop was saying, so that every child can go to school and every parent can send its children to the school the parents want them to go to. For example, me, myself, I'm Dutch. My parents never paid a penny for the schools because it is the state that subsidizes schools, not only public schools, but also private schools. I went through all Catholic schools. Education is about the future of a country. The children that today are in the schools are the nurses, the doctors, the lawyers, the ministers, the prime secretaries, the speakers of parliament, the presidents of tomorrow. So therefore we need to invest in them. Not only the church, also the state. We may need maybe to increase the budget. The percentage of the budget we are ready to give for schools and education. Let us work on that one. Let us work on this country of ours. Let us put our shoulders under it, as Bishop Maurice Crowley did, who gave his life for this country. Let us do the same and follow in his footsteps, that also we give our lives